with recent fires and evacuations in California, I think many families had to leave their homes with a little notice, sometimes grabbing only what they could carry. And it's a reminder that in an emergency, every second really does count. So the last thing you want to be doing is scrambling to find important documents like passports, social security cards, and photos. So today we are going to share some quick and easy ways that you can organize and store these essential items so that they're easy to grab on a moment's notice. Organizer Vanessa Croshaw joins me for some helpful advice in this. I think emergencies like this really show us our blind spots.
Yes.
Right? It makes us realize, oh, I should be prepared for something like that.
Absolutely.
Right? So you're going to give us some really good tips. I know it's been the top of mind for a lot of people. So first, you're telling us that we need to organize our important things in a to-go folder. That's the biggest thing, right?
Exactly. And it's really simple, but we do kind of forget to deal with it until sometimes it's too late.
Yeah.
So I just created this easy important documents folder. I've had one for over 20 years.
Okay.
And it's really simple, but it's so important, and it just gives us peace of mind that everything that we need is in one spot in case we have to go. So I have a pouch with our passports in it. I have a sheet with all the emergency things, emergency cash, social security cards, whatever, and then just birth certificates, car titles, marriage licenses, passwords, banking information, whatever we might need to just grab and go. And so it's all in one spot, and it feels good.
Yeah, peace of mind for sure. That makes a lot of sense.
Definitely.
And I know something like this doesn't necessarily need to look cute or feel cute or anything, but this seems like it's very functional and it works really well. Where can we find something like this, or something we should be looking for specifically?
Totally. I just found all of this stuff on Amazon, and I choose something really simple like this because it doesn't take up too much space instead of like a bulky binder or something. So I found it all on Amazon. I've had a folder like this for over 20 years. I just did an activity with 140 women, and we all made a binder like this, and it just puts us at ease, right? That we're all prepared. Then their job was to go home and fill it with all their important documents.
Yeah, amazing. And I noticed that you had space for extra cash in there, just a few extra things besides documents.
Yeah, and maybe a handful of photos, your favorite photos that you think if we had to go, at least we'd have these 20 photos or something.
That's amazing. I don't have anything like this, so this is definitely
we need it. We need it.
Making me feel like I need to.
Megan.
And then you also recommend scanning all of those important documents, right? So that they're digital as well.
Yes, we need both actually, because we've got this here, but also to scan it in. I use Microsoft Lens to scan it in. It's really simple, and then you just create a folder in Google Drive.
Okay.
That's I called it important documents on this little demonstration, but you may want to call it red folder or something like that, so that it's a little more discreet.
Okay.
And then here's the important part, is that you share that folder with one of your family members, your child, another family member, in case they needed to access your important documents you were not available for whatever reason. Like the people in the fire, many of them couldn't even get to their homes to take their documents. So if you had it all digitally, then at least you could access it.
So you just upload them all to the cloud and that way, and then make sure that a few different people have access to that just in case something were to happen.
Yep.
Amazing. Okay, now there's a lot of us that have non-essential documents like our kids' projects and all the photos that we would want to grab too. So how do you suggest that we're going to take those if we have to get up and go quick?
Well, unfortunately, it may not all be able to go, but let's hope for the best. We want to be prepared and not be afraid, but this is a great way to organize it in a simple way. One idea is to do a folder for each year of their life. Okay. And you contain it to one bin.
Okay, so you do one bin per kid?
Per child.
Per person in your household?
So this is Grace's.
Okay,
and so that helps them decide what's the most important, because it's not all going to fit, right? So another idea is to just put it in a big bin like this. Okay. And there's special items like these right here, but then also their papers all go in like this, so that it's all in one place. They can easily access it, and it's just one bin per kid.
Perfect. So how do you decide what you're going to keep or get rid of? That's the $1 million question.
That's the $1 million question. So it's important that we go through it with our kids, because we might be surprised what they are excited about, as opposed to what we think is special. So we call that our kids' specials bin. And if I have a special document, I'll say, should this go in the specials bin? And sometimes they say no, and sometimes they say yes, and then it all goes in there, one bin.
And that teaches them to think critically about what's important to keep and what's good to let go of them.
And you're not the mean mom who's making them get rid of it. It's their decision. Sometimes you have to make the executive decision as the mom, that too.
And do you ever edit it it throughout the years? Because maybe something in 3rd grade is really important, but in 6th grade it's not as important anymore, so you can edit it down.
Just occasionally going through it and talking through things, talking about the memories. It's great.
And do you send this with them when they leave the nest, or do you keep it at home?
Yes, ma'am. 2 of my kids just got married last year, so I sent their bin with them, and they really don't have a lot of space, which is why it's important to minimize and just keep the most special items so that they have it in one bin.
That's a really great idea. You also say that you can make a video version of this same box, which would make it even smaller to contain.
Ooh, this is my favorite idea. That was an idea of a friend. But you keep their special documents for the year, and then at the end of the school year, as you're headed into summer, you have them select a few to talk about on video.
Oh, cute.
And so then you're videoing them. You have now captured this special item, but also their voice, their personality, and the cute story that goes along with it. And then you can say goodbye.
And then send it away. Send it away. I know. Well, I have missed this boat. My kids are now too old. If I tried to get them to make a video for me, they would roll their eyes and walk away. But if you have littles at home, this is a great thing to start.
Do it when they're little.
Yeah. And so you said you do that kind of at the end of every school year to kind of commemorate
and then you can
that.
just kind of pare down what's the most special. Keep a few things, but mostly just video them.
I love that. And then lastly, you say you can turn those important things into memory books that we could easily take with us if we needed to.
Exactly. It's so fun for kids to see their special things, but they don't need the actual things. So take a picture of the dance posters or the special art things or the whatever, and put it in a book. You can do a little one like that one that's like just for them, and so each year they have one, or you can do a big one like this that's a family yearbook, and you can put in their photos, their memories, their whatever, and so then it's captured, and they love to look back on that, but they're not gonna have room for that when they get married and move away.
Yeah.
So a book that captures it, perfect.
Yeah, that's amazing. And I just happened to open to the picture with masks on. I don't know that that's a memory that I want to keep, Vanessa.
It's in there. It's a memory. Now it's in the book and gone.
All right, Vanessa, this is super, super helpful. Where can we get more advice and learn more about this and follow you online?
I'm at everyneedfulthing.com and also on Instagram, everyneedfulthingutah. I'd love to have you join the community.
That is a great idea. I'm excited. I'm going to do it. I'm going to get my homework going.
You got this.
All right, amazing. We will share Vanessa's social pages on our website, studio5.ksl.com. You can always rewatch this segment there or anything that you missed.